Yeah. Hello, everybody. Good evening, all. So, a very warm welcome from my side. So, I've been talking to you on behalf of Analytics Science Academy, and I'm Sanjeev Mathur with you. So, you guys are ready to discuss. I think in the last class we had a nice discussion on some passages, but unfortunately we couldn't uh, discuss them, means argue easily, because I was not able to see your comments. So this time I would like to first of all set up myself with your comments section as well. So first of all, you guys please show me your presence by comment, so that I must be sure that you are there. Okay, now I've got the comments, the message from your side, Pallavi ji. You're welcome. So nice that you have commented, and now I'm sure that you guys are able to see my class here. So let's start it. I think in the last class we had a discussion on some passages, and if you guys were there in the last class and you had some doubts which you were able, means which you wanted to discuss with me at that time, and I was not able to answer you because I was not able to see the comments properly. So this time you can start with that question also, if you guys remember that. So Pallavi, shall we start it, and others others do come also. So here are some passages also which we have discussed, and which have been discussed in the CSET examination also. These are asked in the examination somewhere. So let's start with these passages. So on the screen you are able to see the passage here, the passage number 7 mentioned here with the passage 7. I would like to discuss first of all this one with you guys, so that it must be sure that you are able to understand the theme, getting the points or not. Okay, so please read this passage and start answering the question. The main idea of the passage has been asked here. You have to try this passage first of all. Try it. So as I already told you in the previous classes, that whenever you will be asked passages, now the trend has become that they are asking small passages also, and the medium size and the large size passages also. So in the small passages they will ask you always nearly a question from each and every passage. Okay, so you have to focus mostly on the point, what is the theme of the passage and what has been inferred in the passage. That this is also important to know. So let's begin the discussion. Please try to answer this passage, the question of this passage. You have to answer the main idea of the passage here. So Pallavi ji, if you are understanding, if you are able to understand the passage, please answer the question. So please answer the question from your side. This is very important that you guys have to start answering the questions. Otherwise, it will be hard for us to check where is the problem exactly and why you are not able to answer. Means anyhow you have to read the passage. First of all, start reading the passage. Reading is quite compulsory. If you are not able to read easily, then it's a big problem for us. First of all, read the passage and then try to answer the question in case of small passages. But when you are given a medium size or a big passage, in that case you can go in a reverse order also. First of all, you can read the questions there and then you can start answering the passages. Try to answer the question here, Pallavi ji. I hope you would have read this question, this passage also. So first of all, tell me the main idea, what you are getting from this passage. The very first lesson that should be taught to us from when are old enough to understand it is that complete freedom from the obligation to work is unnatural and ought to be illegal, as we can escape our share of the burden of work only by throwing it on someone else's shoulder. Nature ordains that the human race shall perish of famine if it stops working. We cannot escape from this tyranny. The question we have to settle is how much leisure we can afford to allow ourselves. It's very simple language, and there's nothing sort of any complication, sort of any vocab problem. I think you'll be facing by reading this passage. So it's quite easy to answer. Quickly tell me the answer choice from your side. As I have already told you that in this class you'll have to keep answering the questions, otherwise it will go solo, and in that case it will be really tough for you, because if I will answer you the question immediately, then it will not be good for you guys particularly, because then you will not be getting time to think and to practice. And the class is aimed to make you more and more hands-on, make you more and more practicable while answering the questions. Means your practice must be done here. This is the main theme, main aim of ours to provide you this class. Please answer the question quickly. Try to answer the question quickly. The main idea of the passage, you have to just think about it. What the main theme of the passage is. Means there is nothing sort of difficult question has been asked, so you will, I think, feel very easy to answer this question, this passage. and it will cover up a very good section for your CSET examination while making a good cutoff. It will easily means it will be helping you a lot. So I think Pallaviji, you should answer quickly. So let me help you while answering the question. See, the passage has been indicating us that it is essential for human beings to work. Yeah, there should be a balance between work and leisure. Working is a tyranny which we have to face. A human's understanding of the nature of work is essential. 4 options are given to us, but I feel that second one is not suitable. It could be suitable, means see, it is essential for human beings to work. This is one thing which passage is conveying to us, but again there should be a balance between work and leisure. See, nature ordains that human race shall perish of famine if it stops working. We cannot escape from this tyranny. The question we have to settle is how much leisure we can afford to allow ourselves. So the passage ends with this positive idea, and here it is directly answering us, means the question that there should be a balance between work and leisure. So this is quite a reliable answer, I think. Working is a tyranny which we have to face. This is never said in the passage. This is not the theme of the passage. Humans' understanding of the nature of work is essential. So there is no such discussion in the passage about the human's understanding of nature. That is the reason why we should opt here B as the right answer. So get this point. Have you got this point or not? Shall we proceed for the second one? So here comes the next passage here. Start reading it. Unless you start commenting in the comment box, I will not be able to understand whether you are able to read properly or not. So keep commenting in this section. This is very essential, otherwise the class will go solo. Okay, now Shilpi ji has come. Okay, good. Now it will be good that you are the two and you have started answering the question. So here you have given me the right answer B as the answer choice. I think you have answered this for the passage number 6. Oh, sorry, 7th, I think. And now we have moved to the passage number 8. So try to read this passage and answer the question. And I think in the last class also you answered the questions, but I couldn't see your comment, unfortunately, and that was the reason that I was not able to discuss with you a lot. So this time I'm quite alert about this point, means regarding this point. You guys keep commenting in this comment section, and then I will be able to answer you properly also. So if you have read this passage, so quickly answer this passage. The question is, the author suggests that habits. Shilpi ji ka answer is correct and she has answered C. Make it easier for us to live. Very good. Here, see, you have correctly answered the question, and this is the main suggestion from the side of author, that we should always try to build up habits. Next question. See, start reading this passage number 9th and try to answer this question. So try to answer this passage, Shilpi ji. See, the passage here is directly suggesting us to avoid narrow-mindedness or communalism, so that we should try to, yeah, very good answer. You have answered correctly, Shilpiji, again, and it is D as the right answer. Hard work, brotherhood, and national unity. What this is the thing which the passage is suggesting to us. So very good, smart answer. Next comes the passage number 10 for you. Try to read this one, and try to answer the passage. Check the question. I think you have not answered so far about means for this passage, the 10th number passage. Try to read it quickly and answer the question here. In the light of the above passage, the nature of general will is best described as. So you have answered C. Yeah, the collective good as distinct from private wills of the individuals. Very good, very well. So could you please also tell me why you have opted C? Means, can you please tell me why you have opted C as the answer and not B? Could you please, anybody of you can tell me why C is the right answer? Yeah, sorry, there was some problem and I'm back again with you guys. So let's have a discussion on this passage, because it was a correct answer from your side, Shilpiji, so it is quite good. But I would like you to also understand the passage, means the theme of the passage, why we are opting this one. Because here Rousseau is a sort of a philosopher who is saying something to us, and all is power in common under the supreme direction of the general will, and in our corporate capacity we receive each member as an indivisible part of the whole. So the passage is, means it's just a quotation from someone named Rousseau, and he or she is answering, it means saying to us that in the corporate capacity we receive each member as an indivisible part of the whole. Means whenever we are taking something in a corporate way, in a joint way, in that terms the collective good, means which is something better for everybody, is more necessary, is more important for all of us, means rather having our private wills. Okay, so that is the reason that C is the right answer choice here. Come to the next passage here, 11th one. Check this one. If you are able to see the 11th passage, just tell me that you are able to see it. The 11th one. Try to read this one. Okay, you got the answer. Very good. So this is very necessary for all of us to remain active in the chat section, because in that way we can easily communicate with each other. I also get to know that you are able to understand something or not. So this is very important. So I think that Shilpiji, you are doing a very good job by answering the questions directly and by participating it in an active manner. So I would like to request others also, if you are able to answer quickly, it will be in a big benefit for yours only. So you guys please be ready to answer the questions here. So in a democratic state where a high degree of political maturity of the people obtains, the conflict between the will of the sovereign lawmaking body and the organized will of the people seldom occurs. Try to answer this question. Very, very good passage. And also try to answer the theme, why you are opting the answer choice. Means whatever you are opting as the answer choice, you guys have to also try to give a suitable argument for that right answer choice according to you. So that is also required from your side. Please try to answer in that way. Decrease the size of my view so that easily you guys can read that one. Okay, Shilpiji, you have answered D. Very good. Your answer is D. Let me check that also. Why you are answering D as the right option. Okay. Political conflicts based on identity or ideology cannot be solved. Wait. Sorry. D. In a mature democracy, force is narrowed down to a marginal phenomenon in the actual exercise of sovereignty. Very good. Very good answer. So please tell me, could you please explain it? Why you have opted D as the right answer choice? Sonal ji is also there and she has answered C. In a mature democracy, use of force is irrelevant in the actual exercise of sovereignty. So, why you opt C as the answer? Is there anywhere you are getting this as your answer choice? Can you please tell me? In a democratic state where a high degree of political maturity of the people obtains, the conflict between the will of the sovereign law-making body and the organized will of the people seldom occurs. See, the choice which we means the passage is saying to us that seldom it occurs. The conflict means the conflict occurs, but not always. Where a high degree of political maturity of the people obtains means when we find that the people are quite matured politically, the conflict between the will of the sovereign law-making body and the organized will of the people seldom occurs. So, in that case, use of force is irrelevant in the actual exercise of sovereignty. This is not that correct. I think so. People are responsible in mature democracy. Yeah, that is the reason. Yes, Shilpiji, that is the reason. So here, see, Sonalji, your answer was very close, but not that correct. So that is the reason we have opted D. In a mature democracy, force is narrowed down to a marginal phenomenon in the actual exercise of sovereignty. So that is the reason. Yeah, so there is less conflicts. Bilkul correct. Correct. What means Shilpiji, your answer is has got the right explanation, and I hope Sonalji you have understood why we opted D as the answer choice here. So next we move forward to the next passage, but you have to always argue with me. Keep arguing if you have any kind of any sort of doubts or where you feel that I'm not able to answer properly, means your choice. In that case, you have to please stop me there and you have to say that why this is the right answer. You have to properly discuss it also. Okay, good. I've got that point. So move to the next point here, passage number 12 here in front of you. Try to answer this one. I think that this passage will be a bit easier one for you guys now, and you will really be able to answer it in a one go. So quickly tell me the answer choice from your side. Check where you feel is the right option for you. Check the right option given here. Shilpiji has answered A here. Duty to vote. Very good. See, why you are opting duty to vote? Could you please tell me, Shilpiji? Could you please give me anywhere means show me anywhere in the passage where the choice duty to vote is quite good, is like why you are opting this one A as the right answer. So in such questions you can also check whether B could be correct, because here is nowhere means passage is not doing any discussion. Sonalji has answered A as well. Very good. Yeah. I agree that you guys are correct. I agree this point. But you please have to also tell me why you are opting A as the right answer choice. Why can't we opt B? Why can't we opt B? Deliberately refraining is ignorance, is the explanation given. Okay. To deliberately refrain from taking such an interest and from voting is a kind of implied anarchy. It is to refuse one's political responsibility while enjoying the benefits of a free political society. See, it is I would like to say that deliberately refraining is not only ignorance, but it is ignorance means, you mean to say ignorance in such a way means somebody is trying to ignore the voting by his or her will. But I would like to suggest you not to use only ignorance, but also try to read this, the line in the last one. It is to refuse one's political responsibility. This point is very important to be noted, that here it is directly suggesting us that we should vote. Means it is not means the tone of the passage is directly saying us that we should vote and it is our duty. Yeah, this here is means you have suggested a good support for it, for your answer. Para is talking about successful democracy and duty to vote covers under GPSB. Yeah. So next passage number 13 comes here. You guys get ready to read this one and also answer this one. So Shilpiji has answered here D. Despair in a country sometimes lead to dictatorship. Very good. Let us also get answers from others. So others also please answer. I feel that let me also discuss with you guys why you don't think that A could be the right option here. A leader foresees his future position. You just have to tell me this also, why A is not the right answer. as the para suggests about dictatorship and despair in a country. Sonalji has answered D, and also Shilpiji has answered D. So that means you have given a line as the para suggests about dictatorship and despair in a country. Okay, but this is not always true in the case of a dictator. Often he reaches his position of power through chance, very often through the unhappy state of his country. The last line, very often through the unhappy state of his country, clearly suggests us that if anybody becomes the dictator somewhere, he or she becomes by chance and because of despair in the country. Yeah, correct. So the D is the right option. D is the right option. You have opted correctly. D is the right option. Now comes the next passage here. Try to read this one and answer the choice here. And second half of the paragraph suggests about unhappy state in a country. Yeah, thus D will be the correct option. Very good. Correct, Sonalji. Bilkul sahi. You have answered correctly the D. I agree. Now the passage 14 we have to discuss here. Quickly try to answer this passage. I feel that this time we are quite easily doing a discussion, and this sort of discussion should be done in every class. So it is required from your side to remain more and more active while the class is going on, and from my side I would like to bring you more and more passages with the sort of discussion that we can discuss all the answer choices and why we are opting D or B or C. This also should be discussed somewhere in the class, and in that case it will be easier for us to make ourselves more and more proficient. So the answer has come from Shilpiji and she has answered B. Okay, B means 2 only, means you are saying that which of these assumptions is valid, and you are saying 2 is the valid assumption only and first one is not a valid assumption. So please also provide me the exact line or somewhere the line in the passage where you say that 2 is given somewhere. It supports your choice in the passage. Please tell me that point also, that line as well. So waiting for Sonali your answer. I'm still waiting for your answer so that I can discuss with both of you. This could be the last passage in this class. Then in the next class we'll discuss another. If I'm not, please tell me if you are not able to listen to me or not. So this I say to you that B is the right answer choice, and what Shilpiji has answered B, why she has answered B, and the last line of the paragraph where it suggests the creative use of laser by a minority. This is the right reason, right cause why we have opted B as the right answer. So by answering this question of the passage number 14, I'm here ending the session. If you guys have any doubts, you can send me, you can write here, and this B is the right answer choice. So in the next class we'll discuss again some more passages, and till then have a nice evening and a very good time. Take care. Bye.